Hello! Welcome back to another video of me playing around with a device for 15 minutes. Before I start the clock, a quick disclaimer. I bought this device for myself. I ordered it at the day they announced it, which was strangely the same day when Electron announced the Syntact, and I wasn't sure if there's some if that has another meaning than just a weird coincidence. Anyway, I bought it on the same day. I had a little bit of beer and I was risky. No stupid talking. I don't have anything to do with teenage engineering. They don't ask me to say something. They wanted to send me cables, like the field kit around, but I said, no, thanks. I want to be independent. So I start the clock. 15 minutes to go. At first, we hear it in combination with the Typhon. All the effects on the Typhon are off. Oh, by the way, if you want me to review the Typhon, just drop me a line in the comments. The Typhon goes into channel 1. You see 6 channels. They say 12 mono channels. Practically 6 stereo channels. 2 effect blocks. Let's hear the effects. A couple of reverb modes. Light, small. Woo! What's happening here? Oh yeah, here we go. Small, medium, large. Let's compare this to the internal ones from the Typhon because they're really, really good. There's even a drone mode, which is very useful. I actually like it. I like it a lot, to be honest. I found myself using that reverb in any of the, instead of any of the internal ones I have from the other small machines that I play around with at home or in the studio, on stage. Oh yeah, I already played a couple of gigs with it. I played my India tour. May I tell you a secret? This is my actual mixer, my live mixer, because it's so small and it sounds really good. Okay, then it has a chorus, subtle. Let's compare this to the one in here. Oh. Chorus, ensemble. Ah, let me. That's the one from the Typhon. That's the one from the TX-6. Yeah? Okay, and then there's a delay. Unfortunately, you cannot tweak the delay in detail, in depth. It's just a couple of parameters that are like pre-configured. The timed ones are connected to the internal timing from the mixer. Okay, let's go back to the reverb. That's okay. Really? Okay, it has another. It has a second effect blocks. It has a second effect block with. Oh wait, you can apply the second effect block either to one channel or to all. No, I apply it to all channels, and then it has the. OP1 owners know this effect. This one as well, or that one. A filter. Oh, teenage engineering, please give me a low cut. Please, 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 please. As soon as I switch it on, it has already it has resonance, but it cuts already. It feels like it's a mimic of a Moog filter or something. But it's cool. Has a bit of character. I want this from the other way. Okay. Crusher. A distortion. I would like to have some tweakability here, but what is it, like a slicer, or let's see if the tempo is the same, 120, yes. And the freeze. So those were the effects. I found them actually useful, like seriously. I'm gonna remove this stuff and put something else on the table. I'm gonna stop the clock for now. Okay, I got the smallest possible powerful live set on Earth here. To give you a better impression of the size of the TX-6, you can imagine it's freaking tiny. It's aggressively minuscule. Do you see that here? It's like really small. You can actually put it in your pocket. And this also has like a philosophical dimension, I believe, or at least I feel like, because in fact, what they did was to build the smallest mixer possible, which is at the edge of being controllable. It is controllable and tweakable, but it's definitely not made for like some heavy tweaking on stage or in a stressful situation. It's like you dial stuff in and leave it on the side, and it kind of disappears because it's so small. What I didn't talk about was the things inside the channel, but I want to. But allow me to talk about the things in the individual channels, because it has a 3-band EQ. You cannot. It's a fixed frequency EQ, but in the end, bass drum. All right, a bit high here. It has a tilt filter on any channel, which I have configured as the black ones up now. And then it also has a compressor. The compressor doesn't work too well on drums, I believe, or I think, but it works really good. What happened here? No, I didn't want to. Okay. All right. I was wrong. Okay, anyway. Let me show you what the compressor can do. So I switch it off. Let me compress this percussion thing. And then I got another one. Let me compress this also. The filters, the tilt filter, are useful, and you see it's possible to tweak things because like I can tweak it now without my fingers interfering with the neighboring pots, because the resistance of the circular movement is just the right amount that it's absolutely possible to move this one. You have to use the tip of your finger though, but I mean, even with a little bit bigger finger than mine, I would say I'm like mediocre finger size. Medium-sized fingers, I believe those should make it. I believe. Wait. So when I'm alone in my studio doing this here, I even tend to talk some bullshit as well. Interesting. Okay, so I was talking about the philosophical approach of this whole thing. I believe there's like two ways of handling a mixer. Either you use it as a performance tool, as a DJ would do it, but as a producer, you like rarely fiddle around with the mixer, I would say. Only if you're like doing special music that requires this, for example, dub or something. But even there, you have a certain delay effect and you tweak the delay. You not necessarily tweak the mixer. So if you like go to the very end of what's possible, making it as small as possible is kind of it's a philosophical approach. And somewhat I really admire teenage engineering to be brave enough to do that. And I don't know why I can imagine why people are pissed, because paying that much money for a device like that might sound weird, but in the end, what counts is what this thing can do, okay, and how useful it practically is. And I found myself using the mixer in between just for its compressor and the very good sounding reverb after the lemon drop. Often already in the studio. Okay, I don't like the... What about the mid? And also, the most important thing in a mixer is the actual mixing, right? The levels. And this totally works blindly. I even remember in the beginning when I had this thing, I was a bit excited. Like even during the day when I was doing something else, or in the evening when I was falling into sleep, I was like, oh, this feels so special because it's like pure aluminum. Okay, 1.5 minutes to go. Problems. The sound is really, really good in a whole, but it tends to be a bit cold, to be honest with you. It's just a tiny bit cold. It doesn't have too much bass. The overall detail is impressively high. It reminds me a lot to the sound that I experienced in a high-end FIO portable headphone amp, like a Bluetooth headphone amp. This tended to sound very, very detailed, but it lacked a bit of, let's say, analog punch, if that does make sense to any one of you. I also had the feeling that if there's too much going on in all 6 channels, it kind of narrows down a bit the sound field, if you say so. So in direct comparison to the Blue Box, I believe the Blue Box sounds better. For my ears, the Blue Box sounds a bit better. Just a bit. We're talking about nuances, okay? The possibility of using it as an audio interface or of recording stuff on a USB stick directly is incredible. It's very useful. And I like how the effects sound. I think especially the freeze for a performance thing is very, very useful. I believe they're going to expand the line of effects they have in here a lot in the future. I mean, it's battery powered. I already played 2 gigs without a power supply. And okay, I'm sorry, I have to stop. So thanks a lot for watching. Ouch! Thanks a lot for watching. I switched that off. Yeah, I think I see you next time, right?